Thanks for choosing us. I'm Katie Rammel.
And I'm Steve Irvin. Many kids around the valley are starting their second semester today with a lot more than school on their minds. Winter break saw 3 valley children murdered, allegedly at the hands of their own fathers. Phoenix PD says 13-year-old David Sherrill's dad attacked and killed him with an axe.
In Tolleson, detectives say a father shot and killed his 2 daughters, just 6 and 8 years old, before committing suicide. Hearing such news can be so traumatizing for children.
ABC 15's Katie Connor is taking action today, finding out what's being done to help friends of the victims cope and what you can tell your own kids. Katie?
Well, it was an incredibly tough day here at Madison One Middle School. That's where the police say that 13-year-old David Sherrill went to school over winter break. Police also say that his father brutally killed him. And today, when students went back to school, they were met with grief counselors trying to deal with this tragedy.
4 Valley children killed, all within a span of 2 weeks. The most recent, 13-year-old David Sherrill. Police say his dad murdered him with an axe because he believed his son was possessed.
I heard on New Year's Eve, my friend told me.
Now students at David's school are trying to make sense of the tragedy. His school sent home this letter to parents, briefly explaining what happened.
I thought it was another David. I said no, because it can't be David.
I didn't even know what happened until today at my school.
I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty terrible.
I even asked my dad. He was like, yeah, that happened.
Julie Rosen is the executive director of Parenting Arizona. She says it's important for parents to talk with their children about what happened and tell them that they are safe.
Reassure the child on a bigger picture that it's not going to happen to them and that this isn't something that happens all the time.
Rosen advises parents to answer any questions that their children may have, but don't give too many details.
What we don't want to do is exacerbate the situation by telling the children, oh, this is so horrible, I can't believe this is happening, our world is turning, to pot.
Rosen says parents need to be careful about the conversations they have in front or even around their children.
Children hear everything, and even though we might be talking to our neighbor on the phone, they're listening to that.
In the end, though, Rosen says there are no words anyone can say to explain why such a tragedy happened to such an innocent young man.
Now, Rosen says parents need to pay very close attention to how their child is responding to all this. She says to look for if there's any change in their normal everyday routine. Katie and Steve, something that she said really to look out for. If your child is very social, then all of a sudden pulls back even just a little bit, that could be a red flag that there could be a bigger issue.
Yeah, good point. So much of it can be in what they don't say. Thank you, Katie.